This regime is in its death throes. The amount of firepower coming in the next day or two from us is going to be overwhelming. And when you add to the mix the Arab capability, then it's going to be overwhelming. The demise of this regime is at hand, and the goal is to make sure they can never be a threat like they were before. So I'm here to tell you the good news for me is I think the regional partners, the Arab partners, are going to be more involved, not less. They're not going to break. They're going to get in the fight in a more direct way. And Iran made a major miscalculation by attacking Kuwait and Qatar and Saudi Arabia. The countries now are more intent than ever to end the threat forever. So what I see in the coming days is more capability directed at the regime that's non-American, more planes flying that are non-Americans, more missile capability brought to the fight by our allies. So the ability to inflict harm on the regime is going to increase, not just because we're more committed to ending this, because we're going to have more partners to do that. Now,
I mean, the point is there was no imminent threat. There clearly was no imminent threat. This was the president on one hand that said to the American people, I completely eviscerated their nuclear capabilities, and now he's saying that they did not. So that was the problem. We had a classified briefing that left me utterly astonished at the lack of information they provided to justify the hundreds of billions of dollars of cost and the American lives that are being lost. This is the typical Donald Trump, is they jump around until they think they've found an explanation that could satisfy the most people. They have changed their justification for this time and time again, and we got nothing that even approached a justifiable reason for the president to commit an act of war by attacking another nation.
So why can't we all just say the world is safer and it's more just now because of that, what this happens? You don't have to agree on everything, but it's like, yes, I'm the only Democrat because I'm not afraid of my base to just say, you know what, this was overall a good thing. You don't have to agree on everything. So I'm going to be honest. So, like, why can't you just acknowledge that one of the most evil people on the face of the earth was erased? That's a good thing.
Who are the three candidates who the president had in mind as possible leaders of Iran? Did they know that they were candidates for this? Had he communicated with them? And how did they wind up getting killed in the offensive?
I'm not going to get to specifics of that because some of that was classified, but I know there was some communications with hopeful possible individuals that we could have a relationship with, and I wouldn't say that, you know, not all of them are still kicking. I would say that maybe there might be some, but some of that's classified.
How did that happen?
Sometimes you're at the wrong place at the wrong time.
But you're not conceding this is war.
We have declared war. So if we haven't declared war, then I don't see that. The president hasn't asked us to declare war yet, but they have declared war on us. We're just simply fighting the threat that's been at our door for 47 years. I've already answered the question.
Do you believe that ask could be coming, an ask from the president to declare war?
I don't know if that's necessary because, as I said, we're not at war with the Iranian people.